We'll roll with the punches, whatever. Hey everyone, it's Keegan. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing my February reset video. I honestly have to admit February is one of my least favorite months because the extra R in February gets me every time. I feel like I'm always spelling it wrong. Sometimes I second guess. I'm like, is the R there? Is it me? You know what I mean. Anyways, welcome to my February reset video. I do one of these videos every single month where I make a little reset for the month where I make some goals, I deep clean my apartment, I go over my budget, I go over highs and lows, I go over a bunch of stuff to reset and refresh for the new month. These are some of my favorite videos to film and to make because I genuinely feel like they have improved my life so much more setting these goals and actually achieving them. I feel like slowly but surely I'm improving myself little by little, and I love making these videos and I love that you guys like them as well. So I'll keep doing them as long as you guys keep wanting me to do them. I hope you're having a great start to 2023, and let's get into this video. So if you've never seen one of these videos, typically how they work is I start off by looking at my last month's goals, see how well I did, see what I improved on, what I didn't, what I should work on more. The thing about it is I did not make any goals for January. I made New Year's resolutions, but in January I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna work on myself this month. I'm just gonna vibe, which I feel like is the complete opposite of what everyone does for New Year's. But I decided that January was like a buffer month, and I thought February sounds like a good month to start. And you know what? I'm so glad that I did that. I felt very burnt out by the end of 2022 and going into 2023. I'm actually really happy that I did not give myself any unrealistic, unattainable goals because I would not have met them. So I did not make any goals for January, so we will not be reflecting on any January goals because there was none, but we will be sharing my goals for February and things I want to work on for February because I think that taking that time off really got me motivated and excited to improve myself, make some changes, kind of like got the ball rolling. This is my Google Sheets that I have. I talk about this all the time. As always, I will have this link down below. I bought this from Etsy for I think like $3. I did not make this. It was a separate creator, never met her. She seems great though. Love her. I love that she made this little spreadsheet because this is really great for keeping me on track with my goals. So basically every single time that I have a goal here, I check it off if I do it. And it's a really great way of reminding me of my goals and keeping me accountable and on track. So I thought that I would go over my daily goals that I have. One thing that I'm really big about, and I always talk about this in these type of videos, is I want to make small achievable goals that I can progressively work my way up and up rather than making these like big grotesque goals that are really hard to reach. I found a lot of progress and I feel like I've made a lot of improvements in myself, career-wise, personal-wise, health-wise, all of that stuff, making small achievable goals. My first goal that I have is to do my morning skincare routine. I also have my nighttime skincare routine. My skin has been breaking out so much. I will talk about that later in this video, but my skin has been freaking the fuck out. It needs to calm down, honestly. I really want to make sure that skincare is something that I really prioritize in the month of February, and that is something that is a really big goal of mine to help improve my skin. I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now. It's been a long time covering it all up, so you can't really tell. Skincare is a huge goal of mine, so I wanted to make morning and skincare huge goals. I also want to drink a minimum of 3/4 of a gallon of water. For the past 2 days, I've been drinking a gallon of water, and I'm really proud of myself. That is mainly for my skin, if I'm just being honest. That is the minimum amount of water that I want to drink. I think sometimes a gallon is a little, whoa, it's a little much. So 3/4 of a gallon I feel like is reasonable for me. It's more than what I would typically drink, so this is a little bit higher of a goal. It's not like do what you're already doing, but it's not such a big goal as like a gallon is. I also want to start saying affirmations and list 5 things that I'm thankful for in my journal. I journal quite a bit, and these are always on my little list that I have, and I never actually do them. I really want to do them this time. I actually changed my screensaver on my phone and then on my desktop. So washed out, you can't see it, but it says, reminder, I'm so lucky, everything works out for me. I don't know if you guys have seen Lucky Girl Syndrome on TikTok. I just really want to start being more positive to myself, about myself, appreciating my life more, appreciating the little moments. I feel like life is like a culmination. Is that the right word? Culmination? I don't know. We're gonna say culmination. A culmination of small moments. So I just want to be grateful for what I have in the moment, and I feel like that will improve my life a lot, focusing on the good rather than the bad. Posting on TikTok. I am an influencer. I absolutely hate that word. It's kind of like an ick word for me. I've been really liking posting on TikTok. Follow me if you're not already. I don't know, posting more fun things like my dating story, things that are going on in my life that like maybe I post more in real time on TikTok because sometimes my vlogs are like a week back because it takes time to edit them. Follow me on there if you want, but I really do want to start posting on there more frequently. Taking the stairs. This is something that actually really excites me. I highly recommend that everyone have something that you can do every single day that is like a small small minor improvement. I don't know what the book is called, and I don't know what it's called because I haven't read it, but there is a book about being 1% better every day. Taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator in my apartment is something that makes me feel proud of myself for doing. It's honestly not that big of an accomplishment. It's not a big milestone, but it is like one little thing that I'm like, I did that. Working out, I don't expect myself to work out every single day. I think that's quite frankly probably really unhealthy, but I do want to prioritize it. I will talk about this later in the video, but I was pretty sick for a week in the month of January. I was really excited to get back into working out after being sick, so I'm really excited to do that. Also, wearing my Apple Watch. Girl, I never wear my Apple Watch. The thing about it is I constantly lose it. I will take it off for like 2 minutes and then I will lose it and I have no idea where it is. I finally found it. It's currently charging, and so I want to wear it more of the time so I can track my workouts. Now, here's the thing about stretching. If you guys have been watching my videos, this has been a goal of mine for a very long time that I really want to get the splits. It's my New Year's resolution. It has been my New Year's resolution for 3 years, and I never stretch ever, and I've been stretching. Oh my gosh, for the past 3 days I've stretched. I put on like a little 5 or 10 minute stretching video on YouTube. I'll do it after I'm done eating my bagel in the morning. It doesn't take that much time, and I've actually been doing it, and it makes me feel so proud of myself. Even if I'm like the least flexible person ever, like I don't even think I can touch my toes. I'm working on it, I'm doing it, and I'm so proud of myself that like I'm actually doing it, because a lot of the time I put that on here and I don't do it. I simply am just like, I don't want to do it, but like I've been doing it. And then of course we have the nighttime skincare routine. One thing that I actually recommend that has been so great for me, when I'm uploading this video, I think there's like 2 or 3 more days before February 1st hits, so before I can start like checking these off. If you make these goals, start doing them right now when you have the motivation, the momentum. When you're really excited about making goals, don't wait until February 1st. Start doing them right now, because that gets you the momentum of doing it, and then you're going to keep doing it. That is one recommendation that I have that's actually been making me really excited that I've been doing things now. I think mainly because I don't have any January goals, and I'm like, I can start it now. So I also wanted to have some monthly goals. I don't know if you guys have like a mental eventually to-do list in your head. I have like a bunch of things that I'm like, I'll do it one day. These are all my I'll do it one day, and I want to do it one day this month. So the first thing is starting my taxes. My taxes suck with what I do for a living. I have a lot of deductions. I don't get taxes taken out of my income. Like, it's just really frustrating. It's a very time-consuming process, more so than if I were to just be like a W-2, or is it W-9? W something, I don't know. The regular employee of like a corporation. I also want to finalize my outfit for the Eras tour. I'm going to the opening night. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's like the only thing getting me through rough days is going to the opening night of Taylor Swift's Eras tour, and I want to make sure that I finalize my outfit because that is in March, so February is the month to do that. Speaking of February is the month to do that, my birthday is the beginning of March 7th. I'm a Pisces, in case you're wondering. I want to figure out what I want to do for my birthday. I don't want to leave it up to the last minute. Even like just like get dinner with a friend, I don't really care what I do. I'm not a big birthday person. I never really have been, but I do want to make a plan for it so I'm not crying on my birthday. I will admit I might cry on my birthday. I'm a Pisces, it's what I do. I cry a lot. If you guys saw my cry log on TikTok, I made a TikTok where I analyzed every single time I cried in 2022. Go check that out. I also want to take more photos for Instagram. I hate taking photos for Instagram. It's like one of my least favorite parts about being an influencer. And I just think that maybe I should just do it more often, and maybe that'll make me hate it less. I also want to list some clothes on Poshmark. I have a bin of clothes that I want to list on Poshmark. I also have a bin of clothes that I want to like sell to a consignment store, and a bin of clothes that I want to donate to Goodwill. I want to do that this month because it just takes up a lot of space. I also have a rug. If you guys remember my old living room rug for my apartment, I have that, and I just like want to list it on like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. Just get it out of my apartment. I don't want it anymore. It's a pretty rug. It just doesn't fit my space, and it doesn't do me any good having it. I want to list it. Those are all my goals for February. I would love to hear some of your guys' goals. So we're in this together, so we can motivate and encourage each other together. I always like to reflect on my budget in these videos. The way that I budget, I will actually show you guys my budget spreadsheet after I'm done showing you guys my little pie chart. But the way that I budget is I just keep track of my expenses and I categorize them, see where I'm spending a little too much, where I'm saving some money, and kind of reflect and have that mindset going into the next month. This is my spending pie chart for the month of January. January was actually a very, very, very expensive month for me, as you can see. So I actually added some new categories from last year. So I made a whole new budget spreadsheet for 2023. This one I added a a ton of new categories. The reason that this month was so expensive was because I paid my Q4 taxes and then I paid my car and my health insurance for 6 months. For me, for my car and health insurance, I'm on my mom's account and I just like pay her. So that was in standard expenses, as well as like my rent, my utilities, my gym membership, stuff that I expect to pay. And then business was mostly my Q4 taxes. With my job, I don't get taxes taken out of my income, so I have to like manually pay them. My accountant and I chose like a good amount that every quarter we just pay. And when I say my accountant and I mean he did it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. So we just kind of like made up an amount. Again, he, not me. He made up an amount, and hopefully it was a good amount. That is why it was a huge portion of my spending, because it was 3 months of taxes all in one payment. But I actually paid for some other fun stuff. So you can see that travel is a little bit more. I have a trip that I'm going on in April, so I paid for my portion of the Airbnb and my flights for that. Also a good amount. My therapy. I think that is mostly my therapy, which, you know, very happy about it. Apartment is actually a good chunk too, so I've been really trying to furnish my apartment, finish decorating it. Mostly I have furniture, but the decor, that was like the goal that I had for 2023, was that I wanted to finish decorating this apartment. So I bought some stuff, as you guys have seen in my vlog, so that is that. You know, I am so proud of this. I have to admit, I am so proud that I did not eat out that much. The way that groceries is a much higher percentage than takeout, that is a flex. So these are all in my categories. So I thought I would show you guys my budget spreadsheet. I just made this on my own. I didn't buy it from anywhere. I have to admit to you guys right now, I sent a really risky text message, and I have my computer on Do Not Disturb, which also makes my phone on Do Not Disturb. And like, I keep checking my notifications over and over and over to like see if I got a response from the risky text that I sent. And it's like kind of making me a little anxious. So we're gonna try to like speed through this so I can turn my phone off Do Not Disturb, so I can like see if I got a text message response from that risky text. This is my budget spreadsheet. These are all of my different streams of income, and then these are all of my different categories. So I use about 4 different cards: my debit cards, my credit cards, and then I also have Venmo over here. So typically if I were to make an expense, like let's pretend it was $100. It's not, but let's pretend my rent is $100. I would categorize that under standard expenses. So color code it. Oh no, that is not the right color. Color code it under standard expenses, and then I sum, and then I add up everything that's in that color. So that is how I do that. And then over here I have my little pie chart. So this is my spending, and this is my spending versus savings. So this is the way that I budget. This is what works for me. You obviously don't have to do it like this, but I always get questions on how I do my budget. And since I made a new one for this year, I thought I would show it to you guys. It's not perfect. It's not like a mastermind. It's not anything incredible, but this is what really works for me. That was my spending and my budget for the month of January. You guys will see this in one of my upcoming vlogs. I'm excited for this. Like, I made this little cute collage on my fridge. In January, one thing that I've really been on top of that I'm really happy about is that I've really been on top of cleaning my apartment. I did a deep cleaning video. I'll link it down below if you guys want to watch it. I love a deep cleaning video. Like, I deep cleaned my oven, my microwave, my dishwasher. I cleaned my baseboards. I did it all. Not all, but I did most of it. That was a really great refresh to the year. So I always do a little cleaning in this video. This one will most likely just be like a little pickup and refresh of my apartment, not so much like a deep cleaning, because my apartment, I feel like I've maintained it really well since I deep cleaned it, although it is like a little cluttered, and you know, we got stuff going on here. Like, it's not like the perfectly clean apartment, but it's not dirty, and that is a win. We're going to do a little pickup clean of my apartment. And in case you guys have never seen her, Palmer, but she really hasn't been growing recently. Like she's kind of just been like maintaining. So if anyone has any suggestions on like how I can get her to like sprout some more leaves, because she's been like this since like July. Like she hasn't really grown. So if anyone has any suggestions, she's a fiddle leaf fig, I think that's what they're called. But like I have her like, oh, okay, she's dripping water. Never mind, never mind. We're just gonna stop talking about her. Anyways, I started doing this towards the end of last year where I included my highs and my lows for the year, and I really like doing this. I think it's a really, not my year, for the month of January. I think it's a really great way to reflect on the year. And oh, I just got a response to my risky text. Okay, so we're gonna move on from my risky text. Oh, I got another. The way that my heart just like dropped. Okay, I need, do not disturb. I can't do this right now. Anyways. What was I even saying? I love talking about my highs and lows. I think it's a really great way to reflect on the month and to kind of appreciate the small moments in life. I was talking about that a little bit with the affirmations and the things that I'm thankful for. And I'm honestly really happy that I have a lot more highs than lows. January was like a meh month, but I'm happy to see that I had some great stuff. So the first high is that I started decorating my living room. I know that's so stupid, but my apartment has been feeling very bare. I had it decorated for Halloween and then I had it decorated for Christmas, and immediately after I took my Christmas decor down, I was like, my apartment feels so boring, so bare. So I started getting some stuff to decorate it and to make it feel very homey. Oh my god, I got another text. I need to stop. Okay, yeah. So I decorated my apartment and I'm really happy about that, and it makes me really love this space even more. My friend Macy Thompson, if you guys follow her, I literally love her. She, in my opinion, runs TikTok. Like her TikToks are my favorite, but on January 1st, she was here for the like TCU game that was in Arizona. So we hung out on January 1st and we just like spent the day together, and it was so nice like meeting your internet friends in person. Like that was definitely like a highlight of the month. She is like the most amazing person and I'm obsessed with her. I also read a book. One book. That is great. But that makes me happy because I wanted to start reading more. So the fact that I read like one book, I'm happy with it. I also felt really motivated towards the end of the month. I was kind of talking about this as well. One of my lows was that I got sick this month. From being sick, the aftermath of that made me feel so motivated, so ready to go back to the gym, get back into work. It just made me appreciate my health more. I'm feeling very good. I feel like a lot of the times at the end of the month, I feel very burnt out and like stressed, but I feel really ready to go into February. So I'm really happy about that. Also, another high, I was in the newspaper. That's crazy. Like I was literally in a printed newspaper. Someone sent me a picture of it and they're like, look, you're in the newspaper. And I was like, huh? It was like a little article about like me being like a YouTuber, but I was like, that is crazy. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I do this for a living. This is my job. I always forget, like I know that I do this every single day, but sometimes I forget that like people do watch me. Like, you know, there's always this like little part of me that's like, no one's actually watching me. It's like my mom making 1,000 accounts, like pretending to be other people so like she can validate me. No, like that I really am. There's actually people watching this video right now that's like not just my mom. Thank you for being here. I love you. Also, the month has not ended yet. We're not sure about this yet, but I didn't cry this month. And if you guys watch my cry log TikTok, you know that I cry a lot. So that is amazing. Emotional stability. But yeah, the month isn't over, so maybe I might cry. But so far, I mean, for most of the month, I didn't cry. Happy about it. So talking about lows, the biggest low is my insecurities in my skin. My skin has been the worst that it has ever been since I was on Accutane. It has been really bad, and if you've had really bad skin, you know what that does for your self-confidence. If you've never had really bad skin, it's one of those things where it's like you can sympathize but you can't empathize. It is such a toll. Like even when you wear makeup, it's like I can still see it under my makeup. So one really big goal, like I said, for the month is to like really focus on my skin, drink more water, do things like that. It sucked that my skin has been such a big insecurity of mine for this month. I'm really hopeful that February it will get better. We'll roll with the punches, whatever. And like I said, being sick was a low of the month, but it turned out to have like a high. So it's like, you know, like wraps in like a nice little bow. Happy ending. I put bleh month. It was just kind of like underwhelming. Like it wasn't that exciting of a month. I will say though, January normally feels like it is the world's longest month. Like it normally feels like 5 months in one. And not that January went by fast, but it didn't go by as slow as it most of the time does. So I'm happy about that. I also wanted to include things that I'm looking forward to in the month of February. So the first thing that I'm looking forward to is I'm having a photo shoot for my merch. I've had my merch created for over a year now, and there was like some kind of issue with like the company. That was all resolved. So I'm having my photo shoot for my merch. So hopefully it will be released in February, if not March, but I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also having a Galentine's Day. One of my friends is hosting a Galentine's Day, which I'm really excited about. I have this one friend who like, she's like the most amazing host. Like she always just like like plans really fun things for like a group of people, so I'm really looking forward to that. I don't have a Valentine. This will be my first time not having a Valentine in 4 years actually, but I am really looking forward to Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. I know it's such like a Hallmark holiday. Any excuse to celebrate love, like whether or not I love anyone or like I don't love anyone, right? Oh, I love you guys and I love people, but like romantically, there's not a man that I love right now. There's not even a man that I like. There's not even a man that I tolerate. So I don't have a Valentine, but I am excited for Valentine's Day just because I love the concept of it. And the very last thing is I'm going to see my esthetician at the very beginning of February. So that gives me some hope, some faith for my skin. So I'm really looking forward to having an expert's opinion. So those are my highs, my lows, and what I'm looking forward to in February. I hope that you guys liked this video. I would love to hear some of your guys' goals for the month, your highs and lows, basically anything that I talked about in this video. If you want to share something, I would genuinely love to hear it. I hope you guys have an amazing February, and I love you so much. Why did I like want to strangle my camera? Like, do you know like when you see a baby and you're like, I want to squeeze it, but you're like, why am I so aggressive towards like a cute little baby? That's how I feel about you. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Happy February. Mwah. Hey, whoa. I always like to go over my budget for, I feel like I look like Lord Farquaad with this, like with the, it's poofy. This is my spending pile. My nose itches so bad. Oh my God.